Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Macomb High School, the Hangar, as the Macomb High Boys Bombers basketball team plays the Peoria Christian Chargers. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing Bomber Sports back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Kelly Sears is alongside, but in full disclosure, I realized that I forgot cash at home, so Kelly was kind enough to go to the concession stand and get us a drink as we get ready to start the JV contest here at Macomb High School. Peoria Christian, a varsity team that was in the sectional in Class 1A last year. They lost to Southeastern last year, if my memory serves me correctly, in the sectional final, I do believe. So the starting lineup's getting ready to be announced. Jake Croxton's going to do the starting lineups.
Number 1, Kevin Holder. Number 3, Miles Zimmerman. Number 10, Trey Brickner. Number 11, Josh Walton. And number 22, Elijah Ramsey. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Macomb Bombers. Number 10, Drew Watson. Number 11, Regan Wilcox. Number 23, Matthew Guck. Number 33, Jeffrey Lee. And number 35, Langton Leonard.
Jake Croxton is on the PA tonight, doing the starting lineups as we get ready to go with the tip for the Fresh Soft contest. It's going to be Braden Holdhouse jumping it up for the Bombers. Honestly, I can't see which number it is for. It is a pair of 11s. That's Josh Walton jumping up, and the Bombers get the jump. Thank you, Kelly Sears. You're a heck of a nice guy. I don't care what anybody says about you.
You're welcome.
Kelly is here after going to, Gock getting the bucket. Matthew Gock, number 23, getting the buckets. And those are not completely in order because their scorebook's all screwed up over there, by the way. So just a heads up on the Macomb list. Number one's clear at the bottom. The other one's, the Peoria Christian's in order. Macomb is not. There's a pass going to be knocked away, but picked up in the backcourt by Gavin Walder. And he's guarded by Drew Watson. Going to get it back across the half-court stripe. Silly question. I've never really thought about this. Is that a 10-second violation to get back across again after it was a bye once?
It starts over.
Does it start over? I never even thought about that. I figured it did, but I didn't know. Far corner three on the way is good for Trey Brickner. Trey Brickner's got 3. And I guess I was so concerned about Kelly keeping the book. I'm so used to that I didn't keep the scoreboard here on the screen. So we'll fix that. All better now.
Got it all taken care of.
6:43 to go in the first quarter. Drew Watson with it. He'll give it to Jeff Lee. Down low, it goes to Gock again. He's going to spin around, put it up and in. Gock has 4, and the Bombers lead by 2.
Nice
by
move
1,
on the inside.
Yeah, he's that's as aggressive as I've seen him when he's been playing offensively. Maybe a JV game or two with some freshmen playing is, those lone not have to play against varsities a plus sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of pushing and shoving and grabbing and groping down there.
I thought we had a little travel going on, but
I did too. Peoria Christian gets the jump ball. I thought there was a whole lot of everything going on there. Fouls, jump balls, and everything
3
else.
3 seconds in the lane.
Yeah. All except shots. Walton now is going to drive. He pulls up, dumps it down. Outside it goes. That is Brickner again. His shot's off no good. Lee tracks it down. He gives it to Watson, and back the other way it goes. Oh, nice crossover by Watson, and then he has it stolen away. Outlet pass on the way. Their layup off no good, and then Walton is going to lose it out of bounds on the rebound attempt. And Drew Watson is down at the other end of the floor. Sure if he's looking at an ankle, it would appear. He just reached down to grab his ankle. So we'll take our first break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to Macomb High School. Drew Watson's going to gingerly walk off the floor, hopefully just a little sprain. But, Kelly, you and I both know sprains hurt like a banshee when they first happen, especially.
You know, the big thing, what a lot of people don't realize is sometimes if you have a severe sprain, it's better to have it broke because it takes a lot longer to come back.
I actually had a second-degree sprain in my ankle when I wrecked a motorcycle one time, and that's what the doctor told me. You'd have been better off if you'd broke it.
Yep. And I've had a lot of kids through the years that had that same instance.
First quarter action, 5:33 to go. No Drew Watson for Macomb for the time being. Number 3 is Malachi Conley in the game for the Bombers. And then Lee's pass is stolen away by Walton. The 11 in purple stole it away on a pass intended for the 11 in whites. And another 3 by Trey Brickner.
I had that first one as a 2.
Nope, it was a
Change
3.
that.
Braden Holdhouse going to try to answer for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Walton. He'll push it back the other way. Looking down low, a pass from Carrig was knocked away. Conley goes back the other way. His layup is good. Malachi Conley into the game and getting things moving here for the Bombers. And now Conley's going back the other way with it. Gives it to Holdhouse. Holdhouse far near side, to Lee. We're kind of reverse angle, as they used to say back in the day in football, right?
Yeah.
Gock, the little runner. Conley, the rebound and the putback. Malachi Conley, that quickly has 4 points.
He's playing very well.
Bombers lead by 2, 8-6, 4:05 to go here in the first quarter. That's Zimmerman with it on the dribble. He goes right to the rack, lays it up amongst the trees, and gets it to fall. Miles Zimmerman, no fear on that little kid.
No, and he's the same one that put the stop on
Watson. Yeah. He is small, too. He gives up 4 inches to the smallest kid on the court, I think. Conley's going to try the 3, and he nails it.
He got it.
Zimmerman goes far side, 3 on the way by Walter, is off no good. Tipped around. It's going to be Vanonic coming down with it for, Lambert coming down with it. Get them mixed up sometimes. Lee. Holdhouse. Conley looks at the 3, doesn't take it. He'll take it now. They didn't guard him. He missed that one, though. It's the first shot he's missed so far. Rebound to Zimmerman. And how's the smallest kid on the court have position to get a rebound down there? Lee's going to pick up the foul as Brickner went to the hoop.
You said it. Position.
Bomber personal foul number 33, Jeffrey Lee. It is first. Team first.
Bottom.
Okay. Got to find him here.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't put him in very good order. Trey Brickner hits the first. Cooper Hobson checking for the first time. Jacob Walton, number 4, checking in for the Chargers. Hobson replacing Jeff Lee, who picked up the foul. It's his first, team's first, actually first of the game. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Both of them are good. by number 10, Trey Brickner. He's got 8, I do believe.
Yes.
Conley on the dribble. You put Conley and Watson on the floor together with Holthouse. That's a pretty lethal ball handling combination there.
Those are 3 pretty good basketball players.
Hopefully Drew's ankle is okay. Conley might have got away with a travel right there. Like he switched his pivot foot to me, but I could be wrong. Still on the dribble. But he handles the ball well, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Well, they threw that one away, though. Walton goes to get it. Conley gets in there, disrupts the shot, but Walton gets his own rebound. Now the ball's ripped away. Hobson ripped it away from Carrig, and back the other way it goes. Skipping it across back to Hobson. Hobson looks to Gawk, hands it off. And Gawk has it swiped away by Walter. Walter back the other way. He's going to go a little Euro step action and gets the bucket to fall. 12-11. The lead for the Chargers from Peoria Christian. Oh, nice look down low. Hobson, the ball took a little too long to get there. Hobson was able to do a little pump fake and go on the other side of the hoop, though, and get the bucket to fall. And Bombers retake the lead 13-12.
Nice job by coming on the other side of the basket. Caught it, went underneath.
I think Holthouse is going to pick up a little bit of a reach foul there.
I think you're right.
It is. His first, team second. See Coach Anderson standing off to the side. You can see him on camera right now, back in the corner talking to Steve Horrell. I think that is over there with him. As a head coach, and you're watching these fresh soft kids, you got to get to know the fresh soft kids, right? But you don't take that active of a role in the actual game coaching for the most part, right?
No, a lot of times, and it depends. And I know here at Macomb, while I was here, they had a lot of different ways they practiced. Sometimes it was just the varsity practice together. Sometimes the varsity and the JV practice together. So if they practice together, you really get to know the kids.
Holthouse with the rebound on the miss, and Conley takes it back the other way. Nobody's going to pick him up. He's going to put the shot up. He did get picked up later. Hogue with the rebound. It's off, no good. And then Peoria Christian is going to pick up their first foul, and Lambert's going to be shooting 2 free throws. The foul's on number 1, Gavin Walder. Team's first. Langdon Lambert checking up at the free throw line now. 40.8 seconds to go. Just a first foul on Peoria Christian, and Lambert misses the first. Bombers lead by 1, 13-12, as we have 40.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pretty good first quarter for a JV game.
Yeah, real good first quarter. A lot of points.
Second one hits the front and bounces. That's what you call a shooter's touch right there, isn't it?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was about ready to say that. Or shooter's roll.
Yeah, I guess that, I don't know. Shooter's bounce, shooter's roll. That more or less rolled, didn't it? I mean, it didn't hardly, once it hit the front of the rim, it didn't hardly even bounce up, did it?
No, it just flipped in. Now, a good shooter can do that every time.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously not a good shooter. Double dribble called on Jacob Walton. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Good hustle play.
Peoria Christian does not lack for hustle, do they?
No. They get up and down the court very well.
Braden Holthouse for 2.
His first 2 on the night.
Bombers lead 16-12 at the end of the first quarter play. This game being brought to you by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for an upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. And Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And also, Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief weekly edition mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, then you can also download from their website the Monday and Wednesday free editions. Saw a special offer, $48 per year. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandesville. Don't forget, pick up tomorrow's Wednesday edition of the News Brief, the free one. It's distributed throughout the area. The Tri-State Sports Report Bites will be part of that, so make sure you check that out. Some swimming pictures from Macomb, some JV basketball pictures from Macomb. BPC girls got a win against Rushville Industry. A little story about that's in there, and then a big recap of the Great Western Shootout is in there as well. So make sure you check out the Tri-State Sports Report Bites. Braden Holdhouse, Conley with it as we're here in the second quarter. Down low, Holdhouse gets the bucket. Oh, Lambert, excuse me. Lambert with the bucket. The Bombers opening up a little lead here, Kelly. By 6, 18-12.
Up by 6. It was a nice move by Lambert on the inside.
A little hesitation stop by Walton. Off no good. Into the game is number 12, J.N. Knipe for the Peoria Christian Chargers. He's actually smaller than Zimmerman is.
Yes.
But, man, they're quick. Walton pushing back the other way, and that,
Travel.
Yeah, I was going to say that. And Walton knew it as soon as, but he kept going. 7 minutes to go in the first half.
I thought we had a travel underneath the basket on him last time on that Euro step or whatever you want to call it.
Sometimes it's hard to decide what's traveling and what's not these days.
You're exactly right.
And a foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on Brickner. We'll wait and see. It is on Brickner. His first. Team's second. Conley with it. Oh, nice look down low to Hogue. Hogue gets the bucket.
Excellent pass.
Langdon Lambert is getting better and better as this year goes along. Every time he hits the court, he gets better, it seems like.
Yeah, he really does.
Zimmerman on a give and go and can't get it to fall. Outlet to Conley. Backs it out, slows it down, goes into Hobson. Hobson across to Hogue. Hogue pump fakes, puts a shot up. He's going to be fouled. He'll get 2 shots. Another foul on Brickner. His second, team's third. 2 shots coming for Nolan Hogue at number 20. First one's off, no good. Drew Watson checking back in. And we said they'd be a pretty good team if they had those 3 guys on the floor at the same time, and here they are. The official coming to talk to Nolan about something there. Shaking his head, no, you can't do that. I'm not real sure what the shooter would be doing that he couldn't do. Second one is good.
I'm not sure either.
Live chat's open. Hop in there and let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'd love to see the live chat get active. If you have any questions for the mayor of Bluffs, we'd be willing to try to answer them, wouldn't we?
We can answer anything you want, whatever you want to talk about. Excellent move.
That was a great move. Number 21, Andrew Gehrig with the bucket. That breaks a 8-0 run for the Bombers. Actually, a 10-0 run. Conley with it on a skip pass from Watson. Pull-up jumper. Good.
His 9th point on the night.
He came in when Watson went out with an ankle injury. Walton with it up top, nearly stolen away by Lambert. Rickner gives it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman on the dribble. 3s and 11s all guarding each other. You know, how many times you see that? There's Walton with the rebound to put back. But how many times you see that? 10 was guarding 10, 11 was guarding 11, and 3 was guarding 3.
I'm glad you noticed that because I didn't.
You were actually watching what was going on.
I was watching the pass underneath the basket.
It just dawned on me all of a sudden. Oh, 3 on the way, Braden Holdhouse. A sports corner 3 for Braden Holdhouse. And the Bombers lead, and Conley a steal there. He's going to lean for the contact. He didn't get the foul, but he did get the basket. Brickner has it swiped away from behind. He was trying to work Drew Watson's ankle there a little bit, it looked like.
I think you're right.
Watson held up to it there, okay. Zimmerman for 3. It's long. Hogue with the rebound, gives it to Holdhouse, and a timeout's going to be called. We'll take a break. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back. Second quarter action here from Macomb High School. The Hangar, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 28-18. Scoreboard hadn't updated. I apologize. Lynn Dunk is watching while waiting for grandson Jack Duncan to play. Knocked out of bounds. You know, for as many points as the Bombers are scoring, Peoria Christian gets in the lanes. They're really active defensively.
Yeah, a lot of our shots have come from 10 to 12 feet out.
Yeah, no Country Financial Bank shots to speak of, unless you consider a layup a bank shot, which I do not. You consider a layup a bank shot? I mean, I know it goes off the backboard, but it's not a bank shot. A bank shot is outside the lane or somewhere, and you're using a bank board. That's how I look at it. You look at it the same way?
On a layup, you don't call bank.
Yes. Holdhouse with the layup as we speak. And
that's his 7th point on the night.
30-18, or 30-16, excuse me.
Whoa.
That might have been a travel. Nobody picking up the ball there. It was off, no good. The shot was by Gehrig. And Scalf might be picking up the foul here.
No shot. Personal foul number 40, Brady Scalf.
Yep, Brady Scalf picks up his foul. Team's third, his first. 3:13 to go. Jeff Lee back in the ball game as well. It's Nolan Hogue, Drew Watson, Braden Holdhouse, Jeff Lee, and Brady Scalf on the floor for BPC. Walton has it for, nice look.
Pass.
Zimmerman gets it to Gehrig for the bucket. That was a great pass.
His 4th point on the night.
Walton, Zimmerman, Gehrig, and Elijah Ramsey on the floor. And there's a steal, and back the other way it goes. Walter gets the bucket to fall. And just like that, they close the gap back a little bit. It's a 10-point lead, 30-20. 2:43 to go here in the first half. Drew Watson looks to be moving pretty well on that ankle. The tell of that will be tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Jeff Lee missed the shot. Rebound to Hogue, who tried to give it to Scalf, and I don't think Scalf was quite looking for it. Now Nolan Hogue is going to pick up the foul. His first, team's fourth, excuse me. Zariah Penn, number 2, checking in. Lambert checking in and Malachi Conley checking back in.
Nice pass.
Zimmerman is finding some passing lanes, isn't he? And Gehrig is taking advantage of the passing. Zimmerman has got an eye for the open guy, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. For no bigger than he is, he's a very good player.
Conley, long three, short. Penn with the rebound, but he saves it into, well, Conley knocks it away from Walder. It's going to come to Holdhouse, down to Watson. Watson looks at the three, doesn't take it. Going to come up top to Holdhouse, and they'll reset with 1:44 remaining. Penn, that might have been a travel too.
I think so.
But Holdhouse came down with it. Conley stepped back. Jumper off, no good. Walder with it, down the other way. A little spin. Layup, good. It's a 6-point game, folks.
They're getting right back in it,
It was 14 just a minute ago. It's an 8-0 run. Drew Watson has it swiped away almost. Lambert comes down with it. Conley to pin. Blocked from behind by Walton, out of bounds.
You know, anytime you're in the paint and you're underneath the basket, why are you giving it up? Doesn't your name look good in the paper as anybody else's? That's what I always used to tell the kids. But
I always thought my name looked good in the paper.
Except the police beat.
Yeah, well. That's probably true. Under a minute to go now here in the first half. It's a 6-point game. It's an 8-0 run currently for Peoria Christian. And not a good pass, but Watson saves it. Conley, three, left wing, good. Sports Corner three for Malachi Conley to break the scoring drought for the Bombers. And both teams have kind of had that scoring drought. Both teams have had offensive runs.
Back and forth.
Zimmerman for three. Conley tried to get the steal, and Zimmerman says he just bounces back down the court. He has no fear, does the number three, Miles Zimmerman, for Peoria Christian. Oh, nice ball movement and pin from Lambert.
Lambert passes the ball very well.
Yeah, for a big guy, he passes extremely well. Gehrig off, no good. Lambert with the rebound. Outlets it to Watson. Back. Oh, Holdhouse for a long three at the end of the half. No good. Bombers lead 35-27 at the half. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with some halftime stats in just about 30 seconds or a minute, depending on how long Kelly takes to add them up. But we'll be right back.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to Macomb High School. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Dwayne Hulett, Kelly Sears with you. Grant Hicks on the camera tonight. Let's hear some halftime stats if Kelly can read my handwriting.
Peoria Christian, Walder had 6, Zimmerman had 5, Brickner had 8, Walton 2, and Gehrig ended up with 6. And for the Bombers, Penn had 2. Conley led all scorers. Malachi Conley with 14, 2 threes. And Braden Holdhouse had 7. Nolan Hogue ended up with 3. Gach had 4. And Langdon Lambert ended up with 3. And Cooper Hobson with 2.
Well, that's the halftime stats. We'll take a break here at the halfway point. And we'll be back in just a little bit with the second half here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And welcome to halftime here, state championship game. And full disclosure, this.
All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students, MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place period is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here. And then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but everywhere. Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
absolutely.
This is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not. Correct. I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably.
Yes.
But the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you, right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something or be at OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner. become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably places, specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call
in
our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. Everything, all of our current positions are listed on our MDH website, www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back to Macomb High School as the Bombers lead the Peoria Christian Chargers 35-27. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Kelly Sears is alongside, and it's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling presentation of Macomb High Sports here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And Kelly, I mean, the Chargers came roaring back. They were down by 14. They came roaring back to cut it to 6. Bombers kind of answered with a 3 from with Malachi Conley, I believe, at the end. And it's a really good JV game.
It is. And, 35 points in a half, that's good numbers.
Right.
We may not see 35 points scored in the varsity game.
You got a varsity roster over there now?
I got one right there for you. I don't know what you'd do without me.
I know, right?
Braden Holdhouse.
Braden Holdhouse picks up his second foul. So we're in the third quarter here at the free throw line. I can't find my roster for. Who's number 11?
Josh Walton.
Yeah. I have somehow lost my roster. Oh, there it is, right where I put it. I drew a complete blank. Watson with it, gives it to Holdhouse.
Did he miss that second one? Missed them both, didn't he?
Yep. Sure enough, did. I was too busy looking for my stuff that I lost and what was going on.
I was looking to see if I had it. Officials timeout.
And Braden Holdhouse got a scratch on his elbow and bleeding. Going to have to go off the court.
In the Bomber lineup, number 3,
Malachi Conley will replace him. Malachi had a great first half, didn't he?
Yeah, scored 14 points. Played good defense. Had a really good ball game.
Getting closer to having Deion Doyle back, too, for the varsity squad. I'm sure we'll probably talk about that at some point here. Ball knocked out of bounds off Nolan Hutt. Well, no, I guess they're going to say it's off Walton. That's kind of what I thought.
We're not down there. That's why we're not officiating. Isn't that right?
Well, I can't see anyway, so. Lee for 3, off no good. Walton just about elbowed Zimmerman in the face trying to rebound that one. Back the other way it goes. Walter has it stolen away nearly, but now
And
Watson steals it away. Conley comes down. Man, there's all kinds of contact. And a jump ball is going to be called. It'll be Macomb basketball. A couple jump balls here in this game, which is somewhat unusual for JV boys basketball, even less usual for varsity basketball. Conley looking left. Hogue, 3, left corner, off the front of the rim and off the backboard, no good. Walton back the other way. His layup is up off the glass, no good. Lee gets it tipped right to him. He'll take it. 6:30 remaining. Third quarter. Conley, left wing 3, good. A sports corner 3 for Malachi Conley. And he is lighting it up. Bombers have their biggest lead of the, no, they're only at 11.
I didn't know if he was a freshman or a sophomore.
And another foul is going to be called. It's going to be on Malachi Conley.
Number 3.
Oh, 33, sorry. He did the 2 threes with the one hand. Screwed me up. Not used to that anymore.
That's Jeffrey's second.
First free throw by Walter is good. Jeff Watson and Ashley watching from Williamsville. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. Says, go Drew and Connor. Jeff, you just tuned in. Drew had a bit of a scare in the first quarter, but he's back playing. Looks like he rolled an ankle maybe. Second one off, no good. Doesn't show, really, Kelly, since he's been back, he hasn't showed any ill effects, even after halftime.
No, got her taped up good. He's moving pretty good right now.
That shot was off, no good. A little contact there maybe. Brickner, the layup, rolls it off. He was so concerned about Malachi Conley coming at him, he missed it. Conley just stripped it away from Walter, who had it down on the floor. Conley dribbles it off the floor and gets up. Now he gives it to Holdhouse, who's back in the game with a wrap on his arm. He left for blood a few minutes ago. That was a little, there's been some really, I mean, it's been a good game, but there's been some really chaotic, and that was not a good pass by Conley. Brickner not going to take any chances that time, and he lays it right up and in. But there's been some chaotic, I want to say maybe some lack of better judgment kind of plays here in this game too, as good as it's been.
A lot of passes that, why are you making that pass? And you know, very physical ball game tonight.
Well, and if you're going to skip a ball, you got to skip it, right? There's a 3 on the way by Watson. Drew Watson hits the sports corner 3. And the Bombers back up by 11. And that shot's off, no good. It's going to go off of Peoria Christian out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. But like I said, if you're going to,
you got to put some zip on it. You can't throw a rainbow or marshmallow pass over the top.
Not sure what's going on the far side. Malachi Conley off with his hands down. Tried to walk off before the pin came in for him. I'm not sure if he's hurt. Hopefully he's okay. Hogue with it. Three by Braden Holdhouse. The sports corner 3 for Braden Holdhouse. Bomber basketball out of bounds.
Yeah, Peoria Christian will just make a run. They'll get it to about 6, and then Macomb will rip off about 6 straight points, and just been going back and forth. Oh, that's travel.
Pin goes to the rack. Shots off, no good. Have a little trouble with the camera tonight, it would appear, folks. I apologize for that. Penn at the free throw line, shooting 2. His first trip to the free throw line. First one's off, no good. 3:53 remaining. Second one is good. Now the largest lead of the game for the Bombers at 15, 45-30. See if the Chargers can respond with a run of their own here. Brickner puts the shot up. It's short. Maybe a little contact there as he floated through the lane.
I thought I heard a little slap.
I think I have a hand in the stomach pushing him away, too, but I couldn't really tell for sure. Penn looks at the 3. Man, Lambert was open. He's going to come to Lambert, and Lambert wasn't quite ready for that one. Walter comes away with it. Back the other way it goes.
Bomber personal foul charge to Langdon Lambert, number 35, his first. Team third.
Team's third foul for the Bombers. 2 more free throws coming for Gavin Walter.
He's 1 of 2 for the night. Got them both.
Returning for the Bombers, number 3, Malachi Conley.
Malachi Conley checking back in. Lambert with it. Tipped around right to Hogue. Hogue comes down, misses a shot, and Gehrig comes down with it for Peoria Christian. They push it back the other way. Walter to nice pass to Gehrig. He can't finish. Walton tries, and he's going to be fouled. Another foul for the Bombers. So Josh Walton will be shooting 2. Lambert is going to pick up another foul.
Walton is 0 for 2 on the night.
Every one of the 4 fouls have been free throw shooting fouls for the Bombers in the second half.
Yes, you are right.
Cooper Hobson checking in, replacing Nolan Hogue.
Also to the Charger lineup, number 12, to check in deep.
Second one off, no good. Missed them both again. He kept a toe on the ground, I think, and he gets the Country Financial bank shot. He kind of hesitated and threw up the bank shot there.
Extended layup.
Yeah, it was, but it was from about 3 or 4 feet away. I'd call it a bank shot. Abram Olson, Country Financial bank shot there, and back the other way it comes. Conley misses a shot. Hobson nearly got the rebound, but Josh Walton's going to come down with it for Peoria Christian. Going in, throwing it up is Jacob Walton. He can't get it to fall, and Malachi Conley comes down with it for the Bombers. Under 2 minutes to go now, 1:50 remaining. Nice look down low. Lambert pump fake, puts it up. A Country Financial bank shot for Langdon Lambert. Timeout on the floor, charge to Peoria Christian. Their first.
That'll be Lambert's 5th on the night, 5th point.
This game being brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm. Face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And I wonder if they've got some blood here on the floor or something wrong with somebody.
Yeah, it sure does look like Waldner got a bloody nose.
That's no good. I was down reading the live read and missed that. Got some blood to clean up, so that'll extend this time out a little bit with 1:27 to go in the third quarter. Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and full-service coffee bar. Breakfast is served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. You can call 837-6700 for your takeout. They really do have, like, the best desserts in Macomb, I think.
Very good.
Bread pudding. Do you like bread pudding?
Yes,
Are you old
I
enough
do.
to like bread pudding?
Oh, I love bread pudding. I liked bread pudding when I was young.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know that young people make bread pudding anymore.
No, it's kind of like oyster dressing.
I can't do oysters. I'm allergic to oysters.
Oh, I love oyster dressing.
We used to have oyster soup for Christmas all the time. Chili and oyster soup.
Yep. I know a lot of people that have that.
So what's your family's Christmas as we look, maybe run the whole last minute down here?
Usually ham.
Walton down low. And I think Lambert might pick up another one. Oh, Malachi Conley is going to pick it up. Hey, there's a foul not in the shooting form.
That's Malachi's first.
5-second violation. So
I think every time he bobbed the ball like this, it was a second, wasn't it?
It was. I think that's what the ref said too. If you bob it 5 times, that means it's got to be 5 seconds, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, you just let the player count for you that way. Drew Watson's going to drive, dumps it. I'm going to call a foul on the floor.
On number 4.
Jacob Walton. His first, team second. Lambert to Watson. Another lackadaisical pass. If you can say anything not so great for the Bombers tonight, it's their passing. They're up by 17, but they have not passed the ball real well.
No.
Oh, that was a great pass right there.
Yeah.
Malachi Conley looked at Drew and said, that's my fault. Sorry about that.
That was a good pass. Excellent pass.
Just as I said, they haven't been passing the ball real well. Drew's like, hold my soda. There is Drew Gamma. Off, no good. Back the other way with 5 seconds remaining. Holdhouse going to throw it up. And Holdhouse and coaching staff and the whole bench over there was looking at the official waiting for a foul call.
And there was none.
They didn't get it. They did not get it.
Let them play.
We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and we'll be back right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit.
And welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Dwayne Hulett, Kelly Sears, and Grant Hicks on the camera tonight. And we start the fourth quarter. Peoria Christian has the ball again as we're underway here. Gehrig has it stripped away by Watson, but he tracks it back down, and it's kicked by, is that Lambert that kicked it or Watson
that kicked it? That was Watson that kicked it.
Was it Watson?
Mm-hmm. He seems to be moving pretty, he's kind of gingerly on it if you just kind of watch him away.
Yeah, when he's playing, it's not bad, but when he slows down and thinks about it, I think it stings a little. Oh, nice cut without the basketball, but Gehrig can't hold the pass. Now Watson's going to get the steal, and he'll go back the other way. Malachi Conley with it, top of the key, underway here. Fourth quarter, 7:15 remaining. Nice pass into Jacob Hobson, or Cooper Hobson, excuse me. I'll get it right in a second. Cooper, I apologize. Bombers up 51-32. A game that seemed close, and then all of a sudden we look up at the scoreboard and it's not anymore. Another Bomber foul, another shooting foul for Peoria Christian. That'll be team foul number 6. Brayton Holdhouse picks his third up. 6:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. First free throw by Walton is good. He was 0 for 4 leading into that, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. 1 for 5 now.
When you get that far behind, it's hard to even get to 50%.
Oh, it takes a long time.
Well, he's on his way. He's 2 for 6 as he makes them both. Justice Keene walking up beside us here. Gock, Scalf, Watson. He's going to, boy, he got hammered, it looked like. Maybe that wasn't the best shot option, but Walton's going to drive back, and you got to take that charge right there, Mr. Lambert.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Stand tall.
It worked out okay, but Braden Holdhouse, Scalf, Lambert, Watson, and Gock on the floor. Kind of an odd group on the floor here for Macomb at the moment.
Post players, got like about 3 of them in there. I guess you could call Holthouse more of a swing man, can't you?
Yeah, he looks like a post player, though.
Yeah, but he can play anywhere.
And Hoag's kind of a post player, even though Gock, was playing post down there. And then Gock's going to drive, and he'll get his 6th point of the night. Matt Gock getting another bucket for the Bombers, having his best offensive output night that we've seen here on TSSR Game Time Live. And there's Brickner getting another bucket. He's got 10 or 12?
12 on the night.
Forearm by Waldner, who's back in the game after the bloody nose. Lambert nearly has it stolen away, and timeout charged to Macomb, a 30-second timeout.
A good call by Coach Langworthy.
Game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852. Find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Jared, Chris, Justin, or any of the crew, or visit them online at www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. 5:05 to go. Bombers basketball after the timeout. Penn is in the game for the Bombers. Now Lambert, he goes right to the rack. It won't fall, but he's going to draw the foul on Josh Walton. It's his first, team's third. Lambert shooting a couple free throws with 5:03 to go. Hits the first one.
Coming back in for the Bombers, number 3, Malachi Conley. Late violation.
It's on Peoria Christian. It must have been on Elijah Ramsey. He was doing something with his foot, saying I didn't really do it or didn't mean to. Second one is good thanks to the second attempt. Take the attempts where you can get them, right?
You're exactly right.
Ball stolen away. Lambert came down with it finally. Scalf was the one that knocked it away. Malachi Conley for three. Corner good. A sports corner three for Malachi Conley. And the Bombers are up by 22.
That looked like the old school red hot Tanner Scott banging that three home.
Walter shot missed, but a foul is going to be called with 4:32 remaining. The seventh foul on the Bombers. Zariah Penn picks up the foul. So they've had 7 fouls, and 6 of them have been two-shot fouls in this half. Walter hits the first. They're going to blow the idea out of the water that if you make more free throws than the other team shoots, you might win, or you should win. But they're going to throw that they're going to blow that idea out of the water here because they're shooting way more free throws than the Bombers.
But Langdon Lambert has more rebounds than their whole team.
Touche. Oh, Conley just tripped. Oh,
nice
there's a nice pass. Pump fake out to Holdhouse for three. A sports corner three for Braden Holdhouse.
Good shooter.
61-38. 23-point lead. Walter says, I want to reduce that by 3, and he does. This is the most points I've seen scored in a JV game in a while.
Yeah.
Both these teams have some offense. We still got almost 4 minutes to go. Oh, Penn on a nice pass from Malachi Conley, but he gets it back. He couldn't get down there. And they're going to call him for a carry. And it'll be turnover to the Chargers. A line change for Peoria Christian as Daniel Taylor checking in for the Bombers. Malachi Conley going to take a seat. Usafov. Polk Jr. checking in. And Isaac House checking in for BPC. Jeff Lee checking back in. On the floor for the Peoria Christian Chargers, number 15 is Drew Gamma. Miles Zimmerman, number 3. Number 21, Andrew Gehrig. Number 23 is Gage Schroeder. Is that Schrader or Schroeder?
I think it's Schroeder.
He has it down on the post, gets it back out to Gamma. Up top, Zimmerman. Zimmerman's going to drive, dumps it to Schroeder, and Jeff Lee gets called for the push. That looked like a block in football instead of a turnaround for a basketball there.
Yeah, I don't know. He got his arms pretty extended, though.
Well, yeah, it's his third. He did get them extended. They started at his chest. He extended them out. That was the problem. And Porker has a little word with him down there. And then Schrader misses the front end of the one and bonus. Carrig is there, and it rolls off. How'd that thing not go in? Polk Jr. with the rebound. He comes down with it, gives it off to Taylor. Taylor now to Lee, 3:20 remaining. Isaac House with it, gives it to Yusupov. 3 on the way by Lee. It's short off the front of the rim. Rebound to Schrader out of self-defense. Gehrig now is going to put up the shot, and Isaac House is going to pick up the foul. Bombers reaching for the 2-shot foul limit here. They've got 8. Make it 9.
House is going to get in the book. You got to get a foul to get in the book.
Score or get a
foul.
Or get a foul. First one for Gehrig is good. .301 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Second one rolls around and falls in. Taylor gives it to Lee. Under 3 minutes remaining. Pair of 21s guarding each other. Why is it I notice that now? Polk Jr. trying to find somewhere to go with it, and a call for a 5-second violation. 2:40 remaining. 61-43. Zimmerman walks it up the floor for the Chargers.
Whoa!
Jump stop shot. Nice move. And a timeout's going to be called by the Bombers. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as you're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back to Macomb High School. Lee's pass goes out of bounds to the Chargers. 2:20 remaining.
A little over the top.
Gamma with it. He's going to try and, he dumps it down to Schroeder. Gets the bucket.
Nice pass, though.
It was a nice pass. You know, really, Lee for 3. He hit that one. A sports corner 3 for Jeff Lee. I was just getting ready to say, if Bombers don't score a few points here, it was down to 12. Or 14, I guess it was, but still. It was going the wrong way in a hurry, and Zimmerman's going to pick up the foul. Wait, they're going to call a charge on Lee.
That's his 4th.
That's the team's 10th. It was player control, so non-shooting. But now that 3 looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, the Chargers definitely winning the battle of the subs. Of course, some of these subs one of them's a starter and one of them played quite a bit before that, but they only have 10 players.
I was going to say that was the next comment I was going to make.
Ball knocked out of bounds with 1:16 remaining. Knipe with it. He gives it to Zimmerman as we approach the 1 minute to go mark. Schroeder out to Zimmerman. He's going to loft up a tray. It's well short. Gehrig gets a rebound. Knipe has it blocked out of bounds by Polk Jr. 1:02 remaining. Down low. Gehrig back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman. Tipped away by House. House going to try and get in the scorebook a better way. And he's going to be fouled, but no free throws coming yet as they're a long ways away from the bonus here. So
I don't know if they was going to get a foul, a double dribble, or a travel, or all of the above.
Well, in his defense, I don't think the double dribble might have been, but I don't think the travel would have happened without this. There's Polk Jr. for three. It was off no good. Onto the floor it goes. Yusupov comes up with it, knocked out of bounds by Zimmerman. It'll stay with the Bombers with 42.5 seconds remaining. Yusupov with the shot, and Polk Jr. is going to get the foul. Zimmerman is going to be shooting a one and bonus all the way, no, double bonus, excuse me, all the way at the other end.
Bomber personal foul charge to Martin Polk Jr., number 30, his first.
Martin Polk Jr.
It'll be double bonus for Miles Zimmerman.
Miles Zimmerman shooting a double bonus. A freshman, a small kid, but man, he's played really well tonight.
Yes, he has.
Hits the first.
Into the Bombers, Matt Gott, number 23.
Gott replacing Lee.
All about that fight in the dog, not the dog in the fight.
That's exactly right. He's got 8 points on the night. Working at 9 here. Up, off the top of the backboard and back down. That's using every inch of the backboard. And then Taylor stepped on the inline before he threw it in, it would appear, or didn't step out, one or the other. And it is the
He's still saying he didn't do it.
Gamma with it. Zimmerman tries the three. It's off, no good. Gamma tracks it down, saves it to Knipe. Now Zimmerman's going to drive with 22 seconds. That's probably one of the less advised basketball moves he's made this game.
That was out of desperation, I think.
Yeah. Up top, Gok, under 10 seconds to play. 5 seconds remaining. Taylor's going to lose it. Knipe might have a shot at something, but he's not going to. He got the steal, but couldn't make it happen. That's the final. The Bombers win 64-49. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. JV contest is in the book. Kelly, you got some stats there?
I sure do. For Peoria Christian, Gavin Walder ended up with 14 points. Miles Zimmerman with 9. Trey Brickner, 12. Josh Walton, 4. Garrick had 8. And Gage Schroeder ended up with 2. For Macomb, Penn ended up with 3. Conley, game high, 22 points. Drew Watson with 3. Braden Holdhouse with 13. Nolan Hogue ended up with 3. Matt Gock, 6. Jeffrey Lee, 3. Langdon Lambert, 7. And Cooper Hobson with 4.
So that'll do it here for the JV contest. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. with the varsity contest in the other stream. This game's been brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Their athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Bomber student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at MDH.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. We'll be back. Bombers win 64-49. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has been bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.